Hey everybody, welcome back to Works on My Machine, where I'm sharing open source demos of different AI experiments that we've been doing. For this week, I wanted to touch on this concept called vibe coding. And the idea behind vibe coding is that you essentially just let the AI agents or AI tools that you're using build the software for you, and you look at the code very little, if at all. You just tell the AI what's working, what's not working, what changes to make, and roll with it. And this has made a lot of software engineers very uncomfortable, or roll their eyes at some of the things that people are doing. But I think there are some very valuable things to take away from this, even if your plan isn't to just YOLO AI generated code to your customers. So to kick things off, I've made a fork of this vibe coding guide that I found on Twitter. And the way it starts out is that you ask Grok 3 Thinking to create a design doc. And this one's about game design, talks about tech stack. But one of the things that we want to do is actually build these apps in Rails. And a lot of these AI application generating tools don't support Rails. But we can solve that. So I've taken this idea, generate a design doc, given it to Grok 3 Thinking, outlined a handful of features that I'm looking for a SaaS app to help us managing our community that we've been building in New York called Artificial Ruby, and basically outlined a handful of features, and it created this design doc for me. What's in the design doc doesn't really matter, but it's a great start to throw into something like Bolt. And I did just that. I, copy and pasted this design doc, didn't read it in too much detail, and then essentially said to Bolt, when we get here, treat this like a prototype. You don't need to build out database integration, just use placeholder data for everything. And I, had a couple more feature requests or a couple changes, but took me maybe 5-10 minutes to get this prototype working. You can see the landing page, pricing, sign in. Once you sign in, you can see some placeholder data here where you've got the community members. You can open them up. You can see whether they've attended different events, different tags for them. And, here's a page for connecting MailChimp and Luma. All the things that we need, but it's in React and TypeScript, and we want it in Rails. We realized that since these things will generate whatever you'd like, we can actually just have it generate the cucumber steps or cucumber features. And so I essentially just asked that. I want to write some cucumber steps by hand to create integration tests. Can you create me a few feature files based on the functionality that we have in this app? And it happily did it. It gave me 6 here. We've got the people management feature, people management as a community manager. I want to manage my community members so that I can track and organize my contacts. A whole bunch of things here, events, analytics, settings, all that good stuff. And so we can basically take these files, bring them locally, and set up a script using our sublayer gem to analyze these feature files and then create user stories in Asana based on them. And then we can add it to our product management pipeline, building these things out. So here you can see a little, 10-line script of looking at all the files in the features folder, and then a generator that gives me a list of stories with a title, a description, and acceptance criteria. And the prompt is AI generated as well, mostly. Here's the feature file. Give me a title in the format of user type can do something, a description of as a user type, I want to do something so that I can achieve a goal, add some acceptance criteria, and run with it. So we'll go here, run this, and then jump over, and you can see those stories start to pop in Asana. And now, if you've seen some of the other videos that we've put together, you can imagine where this would go next, right? If we have this connected to an agent on GitHub, looking for stories getting moved to ready or getting assigned to it, it could create a PR with the cucumber steps for somebody to do code review on, or or start to generate first pass implementation of these, like the refactoring video. And so if we jump in here, this one's actually really simple. User can navigate through main sections. Given I'm signed in, then I should see these navigation items. Maybe we use that, maybe we don't, but it's a good start, and we've got it outside of one app, and we have it into our product management pipeline. Let's say create a new event. As a community manager, I want to create new events so that I can schedule and promote activity in the community. And you've got all these details here. And so, yeah, so what we did here, though, was take this vibe coding idea, create a prototype. It's not something, we're not going to launch this Bolt prototype to customers right out of the gate. We want to move it over to Rails so that we can support it long term and build out features by hand, or as AI gets better, start to use more of these tools to build out these apps. But we're also not just YOLOing AI generated code to customers. We're setting them up in our test pipeline and using best practices still, even if we're getting here faster than we used to be able to. But yeah, with that, I hope this was interesting. All of these links, the links to the vibe coding and the links to the script I have here, will be in the Substack newsletter. If you try it out, or if you have another process that helps you go from a prototype in a tool like Bolt into your product management process, I'd love to hear about it. So if you made it this far, thanks for watching. I'll see you next week. Thanks.